Coming up, the roads are getting more dangerous as deer mating season begins. And there's a new housing project in Jackson that aims to rebuild houses for flood survivors.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are coming up on 6 o'clock on October 3rd. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. We have another beautiful day ahead. I know I saw a little bit of fog out there. I don't know how widespread it is this morning.
Patchy is the word I would use, but you were talking about the avoiding deer. I saw two on my way in this morning, kind of sitting on the side of the road, but like, hey. And I'm like, stay over there.
Oh, it was thinking about it.
Exactly. He's like, nope.
Nope.
All right, let's get into the forecast this morning. Let's take you north right now. We go up to the Mountain Parkway near the Wolf-Powell County line there at Slade, and you see fairly quiet. Well, you can't usually use this camera too much in the mornings because there's no lights on it. But again, moon's a little bit brighter out there, and the car lights going by give us just a little bit of definition there. But it's 62 up that way this morning, and then it's 60 in Pikeville, 60 in Jackson, 62 Monticello. Everybody else is in the 50s, with 50 in Clintwood being the coolest spot this morning. A couple sensors out of commission right now. 84 by 5 o'clock, 85 is a forecast high this afternoon. Another nice day. Enjoy it because changes, they're on the way a little bit later this week. Olivia?
Brandon, thank you. Deputies in Mingo County are investigating an apparent drag race event over the weekend. The Sheriff's Department believes it happened either on Saturday or Sunday. Investigators were notified about it Monday after pictures started popping up on social media. The area near Mingo Central High School had skid marks, pieces of tire, and paint on the road. Investigators have been able to track down some of those involved from Greenup County, Kentucky to Kanawha County, but the Sheriff's Department is asking everyone that was involved to contact them so they can resolve the situation. The city of Prestonsburg is partnering with the Floyd County Health Department for an initiative all about saving lives. Opioid rescue kits are popping up around the Prestonsburg area, hoping to offer Narcan to those in need. The kits are free and visible, providing the nasal spray to people who could use it to save someone in the midst of an overdose.
And these boxes being distributed throughout the community will give not only us, but will give others a chance to utilize the Narcan that has been developed to help save lives.
The kits can be found in Archer Park, outside of City Hall, and in other locations around the county. All of those sites can be found on our website. The beginning of October means it's deer mating season in the bluegrass. It's a time when we see an increase in deer-related crashes. Alexa Minton talked with a wildlife expert about what you need to know to stay safe on the road.
Well, the start of October happens to coincide with deer mating season, meaning drivers might start to notice a few more deer trotting along the roadways. While deer vehicle collisions are a year-round issue, October through December is deer mating season, triggering a start to deer activity increasing across the state. Matt Springer, a professor of wildlife management, also says that well-kept roadways can draw some deer closer to the pavement.
Those right-of-ways along the side of the road are often mowed or cut frequently, producing fresh growth. Creating what we call edge habitat, and that is a preferred habitat type for deer.
Numbers show an increase in both the cost of animal-related accidents and an increase in deadly animal-related crashes in the state. Over the past 10 years, the state of Kentucky has seen 44 deaths related to animal collision car accidents, and the cost of damages is climbing as well.
We've seen actually a 50% increase in the average cost of animal strike collision claims just in the past 5 years.
Springer says that the most dangerous time for folks is near dawn and dusk, when deer tend to be most active. Springer also encourages folks to slow down and not swerve when approaching a deer on the road.
You can hit a deer any time of the year, so just be on the lookout. If you see a deer, proceed with caution, slow down. Always be looking for the next deer that's crossing the road. The bigger thing is proceeding with as much caution under as much control as possible with your vehicle rather than hitting the horn or flashing lights.
In Lexington, Alexa Minton, WKYT.
In the Kentucky governor's race, voters will have 5 chances to see the candidates debate during the month of October. That includes your final chance to see Governor Andy Beshear and Attorney General Daniel Cameron face-to-face here on WYMT during the Kentucky debate. That is set for Tuesday, October 24th, just 2 weeks before Election Day. Both candidates have also been invited to appear on Issues and Answers this month. Both Beshear and Cameron are set to attend the SOAR Summit that's being held this week in Corbin. SOAR stands for Shaping Our Appalachian Region, which is dedicated to boosting Kentucky's Appalachian region. The theme this year is Piece by Piece, Creating a Brighter Tomorrow. There are sessions on economy, getting those in recovery back in the workforce, and other topics. An opening reception was held yesterday evening at the Mint in Williamsburg. Most of the events are today and Wednesday at the Corbin Arena. Eastern Kentucky nonprofit Apple Shop has bought a new building in Letcher County above the floodplain. Their iconic building in Whitesburg was badly damaged in the flood last year, along with archives stored there. The new building is a former hospital in Jenkins, which was most recently a private home. Renovation and usage plans have not been formalized. The nonprofit has also secured temporary office space in both Whitesburg and Jenkins. A housing project that is rebuilding homes for flood survivors is underway in Jackson. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox has more on the project.
The land has long been thought of as a potential spot for homes.
This property was purchased probably about 50 years ago to do housing on this site. And it was tossed back and forth between, I think, different agencies.
Samaritan's Purse recently bought the land and is now in the process of constructing several homes.
We're going to be able to get 14 nice-sized homes on this property. They're going to be a 2, a 3, and a 4-bedroom home.
The homes will go to flood survivors. The nonprofit chose folks that did not have flood insurance.
We actually called 82 of those people to see where they were at. They did not have insurance and things like that, so we called them up.
Bradley says some homes could be finished soon.
And we expect to be, the first 7 houses will be done by December 16th when we leave for our what we call winter break. We'll be gone for 2 weeks. We'll come back first of the year, and we'll knock the next 7 off and hope to have them done by the end of March.
When folks can move in will be determined by how fast water and sewage lines are built. In Jackson, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Jackson Mayor Laura Thomas says even with the projects, she and the judge executive are searching for more options that will provide more housing for Breathitt Countyans. A vision for an inclusive park has been in the works for quite some time in the Prestonsburg community, and Monday it received a piece of its funding. A donation was made to the Kent Rose Foundation for more than $11,000 to help fund the Imaginarium Park, an ADA-compliant, sensory-friendly park designed to allow children of all abilities to enjoy a space that puts them on a level playing field. The project, which began with a dream from the East Kentucky ASD and SPD support group, is still in the fundraising process, but organizers say the donation from doctors Mina and Gobel Majmunder was a huge drop in the bucket.
So this is just a huge start where we see a big donation for our park, and what was a dream is now becoming a reality, and it's easy to see that the community and people in the community are going to support this cause.
Donations can be made at the Kent Rose Foundation website. The goal for donations is at least $500,000, but organizers say more money means more accessibility options.
6:08 here on this Tuesday morning. We continue to track some cooler conditions and maybe some patchy fog out there, not so much on top of US 119 up on Whitesburg Pine Mountain there. And you can see looking kind of to the south there, we're looking at about 60 degrees. Not too bad up there this morning as we travel across our region. 50 Clintwood to about 62 in Monticello. We got 60 in Jackson. Everybody else below the 60-degree threshold at this point. We've got several right there in the territory. 50 59 Moorhead, Logan, Pikeville, and that's it for right now. 58 in Harlan. Today's breakdown, 85. We're heading up to with the sunshine there today. Dry conditions, not too bad. A little warm, but overall, continuing a nice pattern for a couple of more days. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon, and thanks for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Coming up, former President Donald Trump appeared in court yesterday for the beginning of his civil case in New York.